Hey everybody, Matt Demers here from the second day of the Big House 4 in lovely Romulus, Michigan. I'm here with Caleb Bloomer, otherwise known as Iateyourp1e, prominent speedrunner, Smash fan, friend, close enough, and competitor here at the Big House. How have you been enjoying the tournament so far?
It's been great. Venue's been awesome. The tournament's been running really smoothly. I think day one, I've been to a couple nationals, and this is the smoothest national I've ever been to in terms of just it constantly moving, pools moving fast. Plenty of time for friendlies, plenty of time for money matches, and obviously the best players are here, so it's been a great tournament so far.
That's what I've been enjoying that too, is that like all the setups are just like left there, and if no one's playing on them, you just like grab friendlies and kind of waste a couple at least a couple minutes. Have there been any kind of like matchups that you've really enjoyed playing today, or like I guess this weekend?
Yeah, I had a chance to play against a Dart. He's a Midwest Marth. I haven't actually had a chance to play him before, and I played him in pools, and they were pretty close. He was like the 1 seed. He's playing right now in top 32 right now, and the matches were really close. And I played a couple other good matches in teams. We played against DOH and Cobalt with my teammate Tapion. And those matches, they destroyed us, but it's always nice to see like top level players playing in teams. Teams is really cool. It's something I'm starting to get into a lot more, and seeing like just really solid play coming from 2 team members is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I asked you this before, but who do you main in Melee?
I main Sheik.
Nice, cool. So like, what's something that like Sheik has to like think about at least when she's in team, or he or she? Well, it's still up for debate on the internet, but like just in teams specifically, like what's something that you find yourself thinking about a lot, just specific to your character?
Well, when I play Sheik in singles and teams, it's like 2 different.
Yeah.
Like with Sheik, I like to space and like keep my opponent just like thinking a lot. In teams, you really don't have the opportunity to like think about it. You just kind of have to go. And so Sheik's kind of more of the aggressor a lot of the times in teams. So you're kind of like protecting your support, and then you're also like trying to get the kills. So the main thing is Sheik is just edge guarding. Like if you can get a kill, like a Gimp at 30 or 40 on like a Fox or a Falco, that's going to really keep you going. So like when I'm looking for Sheik, playing the Sheik, I'm just looking for that edge guard opportunity.
Definitely. Something that I guess you're very well known for, at least on Twitch. Like I follow you on Twitch for your lovely speedrunning of Super Mario RPG, Paper Mario, other kind of games. I think that like speedrunning and Smash have a very like close relationship with each other. Do you think? Did you agree with that?
Yeah, our communities are, I would say, pretty close. I started playing Smash probably in '05 and kind of went on and off for a really long time, and I got into speedrunning through some old Smashers that I played with. And they're very similar in the sense that, to some degree, because in speedrunning, you're basically grinding out like a 15-second portion of a game, right? Over and over and over and over until you have muscle memory for it. And a lot of the things in Smash, in terms of L canceling, combos, those type of things, a lot of it's just the lab, sitting at your house, practicing it over and over and over. So a lot of people that find that fun kind of go over to speedrunning, and then they're able to do that. And they share similar sides. There's a lot of speedrunners here actually. There's I saw Giano. He's a Captain Falcon player from the Midwest. His name's Shaden. He plays Ocarina of Time. So it's cool running into speedrunners at a Smash event. But I've been noticing it's been happening a lot more.
Yeah, definitely. You could at least say that you have an appreciation for old games.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. I love old games.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of which, like something that I kind of like playing off that thing that you were saying about grinding the same like 15 seconds over and over and over again. How do you, like, you tend to play like longer RPGs? Like I know personally from watching you anyway, you definitely specialize in that marathon stream sometime. How do you bring yourself to, I wouldn't say care, or like find that grinding 15 seconds over and over fun, even if it's like part of a game that you may not enjoy? I'm thinking of like, shorter games, you can kind of like get it all done in one go kind of thing, but when you're playing like a 4 or 5 hour, speed run, there's got to be parts of it that you don't like. So kind of like relating that to Smash, there's got to be parts of Smash that people don't like grinding out. So I guess how do you find enjoyment in that?
It's thinking about like the end in mind. Like sure, like with speedrunning, the majority of the time, like the game that you pick, like if you're gonna get into speedrunning, it's got to be a game that you like love, like from the inside out. So sure, there might be like maybe small sections of the game that aren't enjoyable to me, but in the grand scheme of things, it's a game that I get like, Paper Mario, for example, the game that a lot of people know me for. That was my favorite game growing up. Like I would rent the game from like whatever, like Blockbuster or something, and then beat the game, and then take it back, and then like 6 months later, even though I already beat it, go rent it again, beat the game again. So when picking the game up to speedrun, it was like, oh, I've done this already, and now I get to get a ton of replay value of my favorite game. So, you know, it's there. Like I said, there are some meticulous parts where you're just like, oh, this is kind of boring. But you think about like it's a really competitive like hobby. I mean, it's like friendly It's not like with like esports where you're like you want to crush the guy, you want to beat him, you got something to prove. But it's just like you want to like improve so that when you improve, someone who you just passed wants to improve further, and it's just like a friendly competition thing. So
There's a personal pride involved.
yeah, definitely.
Does the same thing kind of happen when you come to these tournaments and you know that you're likely not going to enter, you know, top 32 or something like that? Is there a personal pride seeing like your results kind of grow from tournament to tournament?
Sure, and you know, you always, I mean, when you first go to your first tournament, it's not like, oh, I'm going to go win the tournament. A lot of it is like you have a group of people that you come from. For example, Wisconsin has like 20 people that came here for this tournament. So you really want to do better than the people in your state. And that's kind of how you start out. You set, excuse me, you set, you know, small goals like, oh, I want to make it out of pools, or I want to, you know, win this many matches or whatnot, and or I want to beat this many people from my state. And then, as you know, as you get out, you get knocked out, and then you go to the lab and you start playing other people here, and you get better, and you know, you see the top 32, and you're like, man, I want to be up there, and it just inspires you to go more. So it's like speedrunning. You get some bad runs, you just restart, and you keep going, and that's just how it is.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yes, exactly.
I think that's a really good place to end on anyway. Speaking of marathons anyway, I think you guys are, do you have anything you want to like plug or anything coming up for you specifically?
Actually, it's kind of, I don't want to say esports, but one of the cool things the speedrunning community is doing right now is called the Showcase Race. It's on twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick. It's the same place that the big marathons are at. It's basically what we're doing, myself and a guest. I'm the main host. And it's going to be 2 to 4 people on a main channel racing against each other in different games each week with, I don't want to say esports commentary style because it's really not, but just like in-depth commentary coming from 2 people who aren't in the race. They're just breaking it down what's going on and whatnot. It's going to be a really informative show, and it's going to be pretty awesome for people who are.
Will it be like people who are like familiar with the game, or the same people?
Yeah, it'll be myself, and then one guest host who will be like super knowledgeable in the game.
Awesome. So it's kind of like the Games Done Quick marathons where you have like the 2 people on the couch and then the person running, and actually like the 2 people on the couch are more there to, you know, edge the stream along, I guess, in terms of like knowledge and that kind of stuff.
Yep, and it's going to be in a race format, so there'll be some color commentary going on while the 2 or 3 or 4 people that are racing, and then first place gets to $250 they can donate to a charity of their choice. So it's going
that's
to a
awesome.
great cause.
Yeah, that's definitely awesome.
Pretty cool.
Caleb, of course, we can follow you on Twitter and Twitch. I believe it's Iateyourp1e, and the last I is a 1.
That is correct.
Nice. I got the right one. Sometimes I put the Iateyourp1e, the I as the one, the first one. Anyways, you can find more interviews from the Big House 4 on MeleeitOnme's channel, youtube.com/MeleeitOnme. You can follow me on Twitter at @MattDemers. You can follow MeleeitOnme on Twitter as well, twitter.com/MeleeitOnme. Thank you, Caleb, so much for talking to us. Have a great rest of tournament. You guys keep on smashing, and have a great day.
Thanks, man.
Cheers. No worries.